Hey guys, Marcel here. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I wanted to share with you one of my favorite simple treats to bake, especially when the fall hits and the warm spices are everywhere. I'm going to share with you my recipe for this old-fashioned spiced apple quick bread. It is simple and delicious. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything we need to put a loaf of this delicious quick bread together today. Okay guys, well, I'm going to run through the ingredients that I put into this loaf of old-fashioned apple bread. And this is a recipe that I've had on my blog actually since 2017. So the link is ready for you to go get yourself a printed copy with all the correct amounts and ingredients so you can bake yourself a loaf. But first, this is bread. So of course we've got some all-purpose flour here, guys. This is a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I use a mixture of regular sugar and light brown sugar. Gonna need a little vanilla extract. This is a large Jazz apple. I do like to use the sweeter apples in this bread. I think they add some moisture to it. And then I do also fold in some toasted chopped pecans. I toasted these in a skillet right before we started filming this video. And if you can't do nuts, of course, just leave them out. Warm spices, we use all the glorious warm spices. I've got a heaping teaspoon of cinnamon here, some ginger, some nutmeg, and then a generous pinch of salt. I'm gonna need some baking powder. I've got butter and canola oil, 1 large egg which has already been beaten, and then some milk, guys. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start putting all this yummy stuff together. Okay, we're gonna start with our dry ingredients. I'm gonna go ahead and add a teaspoon of baking powder to my flour. Ooh. And then we're gonna go ahead and put the sugars in with the flour and give them a good mix. And then of course, can't forget our amazing warm spices. Those are going straight into the mix as well. Oh, you can hear our parakeets going berserk over there. Our cat must be passing by. Okay, all right, so that's it for our dry ingredients. And now we're gonna start in on the wet ingredients. Okay guys, so I've got 1 large egg, which I've already beaten. So we're gonna go ahead and add in a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'll go ahead and pour in the milk. Whoops, making a mess, guys. And then our oil. And our melted and cooled butter. I'm just gonna whisk that up, get it all nicely mixed. Okay, so we're just gonna make a little kind of well here in the center, and we're just gonna pour our wet mixture in with our dry. And give it a good mix. And this will come together into a nice thick batter. Okay, well, our beautiful batter is all done, but we are not finished yet. We're gonna add in our fixins here. So in with our flavorful toasted pecans, and then of course the stars of the show, our chopped apple. And like I said, this is 1 large apple. A lot of this will absolutely cook into the bread, and then some of it will leave these really pretty chunks of apple in the slices of the bread. And it looks, I think it just makes for such a pretty presentation. But this already smells so fantastic, you guys. This is the first time I'm making this since much earlier in the year, first time this fall, but it won't be the last. This is one of our favorite simple treats. All done. All right, so I have a 9 9 by 5 inch loaf pan here that I've already sprayed with some cooking spray. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put our batter in. All right, guys, well, here's the before shot. Spread it evenly into my loaf pan here, and we're popping it into a 350-degree oven, and I'll check back with you after it's baked for a little while. Okay, guys, well, here is this old-fashioned spiced apple bread after baking for 40 minutes. And you can see the bits of apple through the bread, and it smells absolutely amazing. And this is this bread baked in this 9 by 5 inch loaf pan, and I think I actually mentioned it in my blog post, and I have this conversation with myself every single time. If I made this in an 8.5 by 4, it would turn out a lot taller. But you know what? Short and squatty, it's gonna be delicious no matter what. So we can't wait to have a slice. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me while I baked up a loaf of this wonderful fall treat. I tend to bake this bread in the fall, and the apples, the warm spices, those ingredients, of course, they just scream fall to me. But this is a classic bread. You could make this any time of the day and any time of the year. It is a good recipe just to have in your back pocket, and it works as breakfast. You could take it to a church potluck or a brunch, after school snack. 100% fantastic choice. And then, of course, for something this sweet and flavorful, it makes a great simple dessert. But I do hope you enjoy it if you try it. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching this video. Please leave this video a thumbs up on your way out. And if you are new and not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell right beside it. And that way, every time I get something new uploaded to YouTube, you'll be the first to know. But thanks again, guys. Stay safe out there. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in another video really, really soon.